leads me to the next question. How does one avoid foreclosure? And any suggestions slash recommendations?
Pay your mortgage.
Yeah.
So avoiding foreclosure, yes, that gets into the legal realm of things because pay your mortgage.
Yeah.
Pay your mortgage. So it's not like a rental because in a rental you can be evicted and you go to eviction court, but the foreclosure is it
go to
usually
jail?
well no.
Oh, okay.
I hope not.
Okay.
Foreclosure
No, I'm
usually happens over a span of time.
Oh, okay.
Because basically what the bank says is that you owe us, we are going to take your property if you don't pay what you owe.
Gotcha.
And it's not immediately like, oh, you're late, you mortgage due on the 1st, you didn't pay it until the 15th. No, they're not going to send you to foreclosure on that. You may get a late fee, which you don't like. But yeah, foreclosure is a long drawn out process, and usually banks and financiers, they want to work with you because they don't want to have to deal with that property. They don't want to have to deal with that debt. However, they will charge you some late fees, and it'll put you in a bigger hole, and it'll make it hard for you to purchase property in the future, or put you in a hole to where your family has to pitch in and help, and puts a strain on everyone. So, budget. I know you have a thing on budgeting.
Hey, I like that.
Budget wisely,
Yes.
and pay your mortgage. Pay your mortgage.
I love that shameless plug, guys. Watch one of my videos about budgeting, okay? Before you invest in real estate. All right. The next question is, how much is a good estimate to start buying / investing in some properties? I guess we can just a regular not a multifamily, a home.
Single family
home, yeah.
So it just depends. One, it depends on your income level, as well as your credit.
Yes,
debt
credit,
to income,
guys.
yeah, it's huge. Debt to income ratio is probably one of the biggest things that mortgage lenders look at.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that you're underneath a certain percentage in terms of debt to income. How much debt you're paying out each month versus how much income you're bringing in each month. So that's important. Try to minimize your debt to income ratio, under 40% if possible, under 20% even better. If you're looking to purchase a home, don't open up any new credit accounts. Do not buy a car. Let me repeat this. Do not buy a car right before you purchase a home. That is the worst thing you can do. It throws off your DTI, your debt to income.
So I guess I'm not purchasing a home anytime
So
soon.
when I say right before, I mean like the month or two before you purchase a home.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there are people that's done that. Or even if you go under contract. If you go under contract to purchase a home, and closing can typically take 30 to 45 days from the time you go into contract to the time you close and get the keys. There have been people who go out and buy a car while they're under contract, and the lender's like, nope, your debt to income ratio going off, and you lose that house.
Yikes.
And a lot of times you lose your earnest money, which is your deposit.
But you got your car though, don't you?
You got your car. At what cost, right?
Yeah, right.
Where was I going with it? No,
Oh,
kidding.
oh.
So single family home, you want to make sure that again you can connect with the real estate agent to kind of walk you through that.
Yeah.
And then it depends on the area, because certain areas are going to have different values for those homes. You want to think about what's going to be the best fit for you. You know, if you have a family, if you have kids, what are the schools like in that area? Accessibility to restaurants, stores, things like that. Really keep a keen eye towards that, because you're going to be living in this house for the next 3 to 5, even more years unless you move, you know.
Yeah.
So pay attention to those things. Nobody likes to move every 2 years.
Yeah.
So, so the values differ, and the amount of house that you can afford is going to be dependent on your credit score, your debt to income ratio, and your income.
Well, that's good to know. So another video that will be posted is about your credit score and how important that is.
Absolutely.
Credit is your way to life. It's almost as important as your Social Security. So, okay. Next thing is trying to go follow. Okay, when is the best time to invest? I know you kind of mentioned this already earlier about do it now. So you can say it again if you want. But the other follow-up question was, what trends have you seen as optimal buying seasons? If it's by the season or something,
So I tell people all the time, as the temperature rises, the price will rise.
Oh,
so for instance, I'll give you an example. Last summer in Atlanta was just the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Trust me, I know.
at this point, it's almost like a name your price on your home. If you want to sell it, it'll be gone like that.
Wow.
You know, and when you get into this process, if you're looking to buy or invest, be familiar with what you want and what you're willing to sell for, because you taking that one night to think on it, that property will be gone.
Okay.
And I've seen that many of times. And so in terms of timing, it's whenever you are financially stable and you have the guidance to kind of, such as an agent, to walk you through that process.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't recommend just doing it on a whim. I would say take a little time, prepare, ask some questions, and then jump out into the game.
Gotcha.
Even though the market is getting fast, you don't want to end up thousands of dollars in the hole because you jumped out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but as soon as possible, because the city is changing quickly. It's reinvigorating itself, and it's becoming more and more expensive to live, especially inside the loop.
Yes.
So if you are looking to get inside, rather quickly is my recommendation.
Okay. Actually, I have a question that's off this. So we have this perimeter that we call it, outside the perimeter, OTP, or inside the perimeter. So for the homes inside the perimeter, obviously they'll be more expensive. But if you just move a little bit out of the perimeter, like say Sandy Springs or Smyrna, for those people that are local, you understand what I'm talking about. Does it drop like crazy? Drastically? No. Okay.
No, because the Sandy Springs, Roswell, Smyrna, Cumberland, even up towards Woodstock, you're still looking at some homes that are pretty. Prices are getting up there, and
wow.
You know, the 3s, the 4s, even higher sometimes. It just depends. If you go east, like the Snellville, Stone Mountain area,
Yes. Okay.
you're gonna have cheaper prices. South, not so much Stockbridge anymore, but used to be Illinois Stockbridge, but they're coming up. Forest Park, Morrow, Jonesboro is a little cheaper. Fairburn, Union City, some of Douglasville is a little cheaper, but Central and North is it's getting pretty expensive pretty
Really?
fast. Yeah.
And for those who don't understand or know what we're talking about, trust me, I don't either. But that's great. Okay, so the next question on the list is, do you have any information / advice on buying properties abroad? Yeah, people are going, man.
Okay.
These questions.
As I said at the beginning, find a real estate agent.
Gotcha.
Especially if you're not familiar with the lifestyle, the customs, the locations of where you're going.
That's very true.
It's very, very important, more so abroad than it is here, that you connect with someone who can help you through that process, because you are in a foreign land, basically. There's lots of different rules, lots of different regulations. I would not, under any circumstances, go at that alone.
Yeah.
So again, connect with the real estate agent who can connect you with someone out there if you're not sure who to talk to. But there's agents in every single country, especially if you're looking towards like an island country. We can connect you out there.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely don't go at that alone, because that you'll be stuck like Chuck.
Okay, and the next, I think the last question, unless it's, when purchasing your first home, should you seek a mortgage through your bank or a private mortgage broker? I think you kind of touched on it, but if you have any advice.
It just depends. So I always say, if you have a credit union, use your credit union before you use your bank. Typically, they give better rates. Mortgage brokers, it just depends on the mortgage broker. They all have different guidelines, different fees. The FHA interest rates are kind of guided and dictated a little bit, so they won't fluctuate too much between mortgage brokers. They will a little bit though, but if you have a credit union, I typically say go to them first. Just my recommendation, just from what I've seen, that they typically give a little bit better rates.
That's good.
But yeah, so it just depends whoever you're comfortable with. If you have a friend that's a mortgage lender or mortgage broker, connect with them first. And you can do 2, maybe 3 pools within that 2-week time span if you're looking to see how much you can get pre-approved for.
Yeah.
Because credit companies know within that couple of week time span, you're searching for a home, so it won't count too much against you on your credit. If anything, you may get one ding if you already have like 5 or 6 pools. So try to limit your pools to maybe 2 or 3, and do them within that two-week time span.
Okay.
So yeah.
And by the way, for pools, that means running your credit.
Mhm.
Okay, some people may not know. But okay, cool. Well, we actually went through all of the questions. If you guys have any more questions or want Chris to expound or anything, all of his contact and information will be below, and I'll definitely post about him so you will see it. And obviously, like he said, he is accessible, so call him. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of Chats with Moi is to connect you guys with the experts and basically hopefully help you gain more financial literacy for things that you may not understand or know. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No, thank you for having me on. I look forward to talking and speaking with each one of you all, helping you to buy, sell, invest, whatever it is you want to do.
Yes.
I'm Chris Bolden, and I'm your realtor.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Well,